You're listening to an Airwave Media Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Essentia. A better you starts with better hydration. Essentia is on a mission to inspire people to do what matters most. Their proprietary ionization process transforms water from any source into ionized alkaline water, providing water that's 99.9% pure with a pH of 9.5 or higher. Essentia Overachieving H2O, the #1 ionized alkaline water. Shop now.
This episode is brought to you by Twizzlers. Long day, late night, feeling a little bored? Twizzlers is the ultimate sidekick for any moment of the day, no matter what kind of day you're having. The perfect level of sweet and a fun excuse to sit back and relax. Unwind with Twizzlers. To buy now, visit Hersheyland.com/Twizzlers.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neal, and Jeff. This
dig it.
Welcome to Triviality. This is Halloween number 4. Scaretacular, if you will. I have Neal and Jeff chained to the table in the studio, and they're going to have to use a hacksaw to get out of these.
That's unrelated to Halloween.
That's unrelated to Halloween, though. But we are very excited. We have some special guests who we'll get to in a minute. We have Matt over Skype. What's up, Matt? Matt is so scary, he's silent.
Yeah, I could probably hit the mute button.
All right, so how you doing, Matt?
I'm doing great. I was just trying to think of any horror movie franchises where the fourth one is the best one, and I'm drawing a blank. Maybe I think Leprechaun in the Hood was the fourth one, which I enjoyed.
There you go.
So
you got a new place. Is it haunted?
I haven't been haunted yet, but my hopes are still high.
Okay. Well, we're really excited because today we have special guests. They came to us on Christmas. They came to us in quarantine, and they've come to us again.
Jacob Marley's here?
Jacob Marley is here. He'll be coming in later when we hear the chains. But we have Julie and Lauren from Misinformation coming back to us. How you guys doing?
Hello. Hi, brothers.
Hey, sisters.
Hello, brothers. Ken, I can really hear the excitement and fear in your voice.
Thank you. Am I Garfield today?
Yes, but like 15% more high energy.
Thank you.
So it's just like I'm being blasted with Ken energy right now. It's crazy.
I do the best I can.
Energy, if you will. Energy.
The kids are at the front door for their trick or treat, and Ken gives them fiber supplements.
I got that big Garfield energy, as they say.
Yeah.
But today we're doing some special rules. Usually it's our normal rules, but today we have some special rules. I've chained a guy named Steve up in the yard, and I'm going to ask you some trivia questions about scary movies. And if you get it right, Steve will live, and if you get it wrong, Steve will die.
All right.
Sound good, Neal?
That does sound
Steve?
good. Now,
why do I care about Steve?
You're not talking about Lauren's
husband. And that's my husband.
Oh, I care about Steve then.
Husband.
What is Shyamalan Twist by Garfield?
That is from the movie Scream, guys.
Look, I don't watch scary movies, and also that was so much darker than I was expecting us to go. So
the guy in Scream is named Steve. What do you want me to do?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
I can't change it. It's from like 20 years ago.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Just so everyone knows, if there's any movie questions involved today, there's probably only, actually, between the two of us, neither of us are going to get them. So.
Well, Julia, you have another person on your monster squad that we haven't talked to you about since last time. Do you want to share some news?
I do. There's a baby living at my house now. She showed up in July, and she's kind of an okay roommate. She wakes up really early and screams a lot, but for the most part, she's pretty cute. So her name is Eleanor. We're treating her as unofficially a little misinformation. So, so far so good. Having a baby during a pandemic was its own really exciting slash stressful experience, but
special kind of challenge for sure.
getting through it.
That's adorable and scary, which is on brand.
Exactly.
It is on brand. Well, I believe Eleanor has been screaming through the night because Julia has been playing her the Dario Argento Criterion Collection.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
It's not the best.
Shouldn't do that for a newborn.
I know.
My little baby Dario Argento.
We got to keep the mind engaged.
Yeah.
Yes.
At a young age, even, right? Yeah.
And horrified.
Very.
Well, speaking of all that, we are going to switch back and forth, asking a couple scary questions, scary movie questions, and just real life frightening things. I'm sure Jeff has some true bummers in there, but we'll see. He's going to present a special swing round. So he'll be swinging from the gallows.
Yeah, he will be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you putting sound effects in this too?
Yeah. And
Like,
is there gonna be like
chains rattling?
We should be able to
Yeah.
get free license.
Are we gonna
stuff.
get like some Crypt Keeper level like puns?
Some doors
That's-
creaking open.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'll find something.
We gotta enrich in the audio experience.
Okay, I'll find some clips to drop in. I need a
So what time of year
soundboard.
would we require you to do that?
Yeah.
You need us to stick around and go like, ooh. We can do that too.
Yeah.
Take turns.
Yeah, we'll give that to you for free. No copyright.
There you go. That's what we like to hear.
Well, we won't hear from the rules guy today because he's at the bottom of a lake in a bunch of plastic bags. But I will go ahead and start with a question for all you guys.
Gilbert Godfrey's at the bottom of the lake.
All right, let's not bring any names into this, all right? This is Halloween themed, all right? I'm just trying to make things scary, and you get in my face. I'm trying to come in with the high energy, make things a little scary for our listeners, and Matt's just got a naysay.
You being high energy is kind of scary.
All right. So question 1 for you guys. Here we go. In 2019, actor Damon Harriman played what real-life scary person twice? Once in a streaming TV show and once in a big Hollywood film.
Ooh.
I know this one. I'm gonna abstain.
I'm pretty sure I know it, but I just have to think a little bit longer.
So
What the hell is this?
Damon
Yeah, I don't
Harriman
know.
is not a very famous actor. He's in a couple things, but he played the same real-life scary person twice in 2019.
I have a guess, Lauren.
Do you?
So Lauren and I are like the only two ladies in our 30s that are not obsessed with like murder podcasts as
Mhm.
much as some other people
Yeah.
are. She does watch a lot of Investigation Discovery though. So I'm
Not
sure
anymore,
that this
since
person
we got rid of cable. Yeah.
What a
Millennial
discovery!
life.
What a discovery!
I'm looking at you through the camera, Lauren.
Okay.
I think we might know this.
I mean, if we know it, I'll let you say what the answer is then. If we both know it.
All right, go on ahead. Let's hear what you think.
I'm guessing it's Jeffrey Dahmer.
Okay.
Ooh,
One guess for
that's a
Jeffrey
good guess.
Dahmer. Any other guesses?
I'm gonna also say Jeffrey Dahmer.
Okay.
I'll guess last since I think I know it. So I'll look
Ken
at
and I were discussing this. Were we not some time ago?
At some point, I'm sure.
when
we
you were
did.
burying a body, right?
Yes. And so I'm trying to remember who it is. I thought I had an inkling.
All right, so let me give you more of an inkling because when I said when I read the question, I'm going to put a little more emphasis on it. Okay. So he played the same real life scary person twice, once in a streaming TV show and once in a big Hollywood film.
Oh,
We can change our
I know
answer.
it. Can we?
change our answer? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess because we're not playing for points or anything.
Charlie Manson.
Charlie Manson.
Yeah, Charlie Manson.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Mindhunter.
That's right. It was
Back to back.
Oh.
He looks just like him. At
Yeah.
least, the way they like made him up and stuff.
Yeah, you just need a scraggly beard and some long hair.
Wasn't
swastika
Zac
carving.
Efron also him in a movie that year?
He was
too?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
That's
No, I think
the
he
one.
was Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
It was Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
No, I think he was Ed
Because-
Gein.
He's too pretty to be Jeffrey
He was
Dahmer.
He was
Because
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy was so handsome.
He was. That's
they
why
cast
Zac
Zac
Efron played him
Yeah,
in
he
the
was
Netflix movie.
very charismatic, was my understanding.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to another question. I tried to not make them all movie and TV related, but it was difficult. A Fayum portrait would most readily be associated with what type of frightening archetypal horror character?
A fight. How do you spell that?
Fayum.
Fayum portrait. Oh, interesting.
Maybe Fayum.
Not related to Fago, the juice.
No.
Okay.
Are you saying portrait or portrait?
Portrait.
Oh, I thought you said portrait. I thought it was a flower. Yeah, you definitely had a D sound on there, I think.
How do you guys say portrait?
Portrait.
Portrait.
That's how you spell
I
it.
say
'cause there's a
portrait.
T at the end.
Portrait.
Portrait.
Oh, man.
No one says it like that. I'm sorry.
Portrait? You say portrait?
Yeah, portrait.
Yeah, portrait.
This is the hill you're going to die on?
Portrait.
We found your weakness, finally.
Portrait.
Portrait. You know what that is? That's putrid. That's what that is.
Portrait.
Putrid.
Lauren, you're our art gal.
I mean, you're talking about a horror movie character
Just a archetype. An archetypal horror
like a
character.
vampire.
or something. See, I was going to guess a vampire.
I also thought vampire.
A vampire?
A vampire. But I have no basis in that. Besides, like the only thing I could think of was the portrait of Dorian Gray, but that's not.
That's what I was thinking of too.
Yeah,
thing.
I'm looking for a pretty general answer.
Well, the vampires
kind of like a
disappear
like a
from the
vampire,
portrait, right?
I like the
vampire.
I like the vampire because they can't see their own reflection. So is it like a portrait where there's no person
Just
there?
clothes with no body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll give this one up. I'm looking for the Mummy because a Fayum portrait was used as a portrait of the dead person who was entombed in Roman Egypt.
Like on top of the tomb. Oh.
Yep.
Yes. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, cool.
I didn't know there was a name for it.
Me neither.
Thank you, Ken.
Thanks, Ken.
No problem.
Yeah. Speaking of that question, just to add to it, I was doing a little research for my questions. I didn't end up going with this, but the Mummy, the original, I think it's 1932. I found. Oh my God, I'm having a brain fart. It's a concussion. Sorry. Anyway, 1932, the Mummy was based on them opening up Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922. Yeah, 1922.
Oh, maybe it would be too early. Is that the one that Christopher Lee is in? That's too early, right?
That's really no. Boris Karloff was.
Okay.
It's not too early for him because he was born in like the 20s, but
he would have been an 11-year-old mummy.
Yeah. Which, I mean, if anyone was
Still
going to be
extremely scary.
Yeah, Christopher Lee, I think, was scary and everything. You know,
his voice was already that low at 11.
Yeah.
his scariest performance was in
can I
Charlie and the Chocolate
please
Factory.
Have an extra slice of cake.
Hand me that floss.
All right, moving on. Sadako is an original counterpart for a popular horror character that appears in a U.S. remake. What film is this? And for the record, I did like it.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to refrain.
You mean you know it?
I mean, I know it.
Can you spell Sadako for us?
Yeah. Sadako. Sadako is the original counterpart for a popular horror character that appears in a U.S. remake. What film is this? And for the record, I did like it.
I'm glad Julia asked you to spell it because I think with your saying of portrait, she probably thought you meant Sudoku.
All right.
Me too.
You guys say portrait?
Not portrait. Portrait.
Portrait.
Portrait.
I like how this is the most entertaining thing.
Well, no, I was going to say, I think Ken's favorite book is Goldilocks and the Three Bears because they kept eating her portrait.
Portrait.
The
I
portrait's
think I
too
know this.
cold.
I think I might know this. I think.
Don't know this
He
one.
liked it.
I thought he liked it, the movie. It's not it.
Yeah. No, that would be, for the record, I liked it.
I mean, he did, but that's not the answer.
Just throwing it out
He
there.
didn't need to include that in the question. He just felt like
He just wanted to
Or
tell us.
hater, very good.
By the way, I really liked it.
I don't know. I assume it's one of those either The Grudge or Ring or something like that. I would think, but I don't know which one. So
My guess is The Ring.
Yeah, that sounds right. Now that you say it,
Well, if I like it, what should I do with it?
put a ring on it.
It's The Ring.
Ringu.
I believe the character in the U.S. version was Samara.
Samara, that's correct. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The little girl who comes out of the well.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next one. In October 2020, the internet easily drew a comparison between real-world events and what story from Edgar Allan Poe. which features a prince and 1,000 nobles having a ball during a plague. They are indifferent to the suffering of the average people until the plague shows up and crashes their party.
I'm going to refrain because I know this.
What is the name of that Edgar Allan Poe work?
I read like tons of articles and saw tons of tweets on this, and I can't remember the name, but so I'm not helpful.
Oh, wow.
Well, I could rule out the Cask of Amontillado because that's where he buries a man in a wall.
Wow.
Yeah, like say there was like an infectious disease, and then a leader of a country got it, and then he didn't care, and then he spread it amongst others.
All of his
Possibly is
homies. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would almost be like that.
People found some similarities.
I like science
a
fiction.
little bit.
And you said it was a 2020 movie?
No, I said in October 2020, the internet easily drew a comparison.
Oh, I see. I'll say that then I'm probably no help. I know they had a ball in Frozen 2, so
it is not Frozen.
Yeah, you know what? It's probably
Edgar
Frozen.
Allan Poe's
Classic Frozen 2.
Edgar Allan Poe presents.
Where Elsa's heart is buried in the floorboards.
yeah, it was the haunting of Adele Dazeem or something like that.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm bad with this one. I don't know.
All right, the Triviality boys are out. So,
Joel, do you have an idea?
I feel like I've seen a lot of memes about the Telltale Heart this month, but maybe completely unrelated.
No, it's the Mask of the Red Death.
Yep, the Mask of the Red Death.
I've never heard of that story.
Yeah,
it's very good. His palace, his name is Prince Prospero, and each room in his palace is a different color. So like one is purple with a purple stained glass, and like the blue room has blue stained glass, but the black room has red stained glass, and that's where death comes from and goes and like slaughters everyone.
Is there an oval room?
There
Is the house
probably
painted
is.
white?
It's been a long time since I've read it, but it wouldn't be surprising to me if
What
that
are
was.
you talking about?
I know. I'm just being silly.
Is there a circular skylight?
like in Matt's?
Like Matt's? Does death surround you, Matt?
No, but I am seeing if it's one of those Indiana Jones things where it's going to point to buried treasure somewhere in my apartment at one point of the day.
It's just a dead mouse in the wall, though.
Hasn't pointed yet.
All right, my
Winter
last.
solstice.
Yeah, right.
All right, my last question. This one might be a little tough for you guys, but we'll see. In 2014, a free playable teaser called PT hit the PlayStation Network. This short game was directed by Hideo Kojima in collaboration with Guillermo del Toro and featured Norman Reedus in a cutscene. While the game was canceled, it was intended to be a teaser to a sequel of what popular video game series? The team went on instead to make the game Death Stranding.
I'm out. LT's out.
So it's a popular horror video game franchise.
Yeah, so I remember things about this. I remember people being very upset when it happened because it seemed like stunt casting. I think everyone was saying that it was like he didn't belong in the franchise. And Kojima is known for, I think, Metal Gear, but I don't know if this is a Metal Gear sequel.
It is a horror franchise.
Right.
I remember the teaser. I can't remember what game it was for.
I thought maybe Assassin's Creed was what I was thinking.
The only horror game I can name is Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good
guess.
one.
Silent Hill's
Evil, maybe.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe Resident Evil, but
House of the Dead was just the shoot 'em up. I don't think that really had a storyline. So I do like Silent Hill a lot.
The correct answer is Silent Hill.
Nice job, Julia.
The game was going to be called Silent Hills, but it was canceled due to some disagreements, I guess, between the director and the studio.
Well, I heard Lauren Conrad asked for too much money.
What?
The Hills.
That was pretty good.
Going.
Thank you.
That's a good joke.
Even
Solid joke.
with the concussion, I still got it. Sorry.
All right, so that concludes my section. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Thanks, Ken.
Thanks,
you.
Ken.
No problem.
Well, before we go to the next section, I'm just curious. Let's start with Julia and Lauren. It is almost Halloween. It's a couple days before Halloween, and a lot of people aren't going to be able to go out and dress up. But if you had any option to dress up as whatever you wanted, what would you be this week for Halloween?
Oh, that's tough.
That's fun.
There's
a lot has happened in 2020. I think I would choose what I saw featured on the Today Show this morning. There is a costume for a sexy hand sanitizer out there.
Whoa.
There you go.
You know me.
Julia loves every opportunity to dress sexy.
Safe.
And also she loves cleanliness.
Yes, right.
But
Safe and sexy.
In all seriousness, like my second favorite part about having a baby is baby Halloween costumes. And so Eleanor is going to be a baby hedgehog, a baby sea turtle, a baby panda, and also Josh got her a costume as well. So,
Yeah,
a busy night.
Josh got her like a very niche
we're not going to
TV
say
show.
what it's from,
No.
Lauren. We're not going to say what it's from.
No, we're not. But it was like he had to spend like a good 10 minutes describing like the storyline of this TV show to us so that we could even get a sense of like what it even means. And even now I'm still like not understanding. So that will not be the most popular costume of this year, I don't think. But
make sure to send me a picture of that so I can enjoy it.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, for the record, I'm going to be Jeff Goldblum as the fly on Mike Pence's head.
Ah, nice. The old
that's
Grundle fly.
That's unique.
Yeah.
It came up on SNL.
No, I know. I know.
Yeah.
If I had to go out, I would go out as Bubble Boy because I need to stay away from everybody. So
I could see you as a bubble boy.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He lives in a bubble.
He's a bubble boy.
The Moops.
The Moops.
The God's wrong. Isn't that what he says, right? It's written wrong.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I would be. I would just prefer right now in my current state just to be a normal functioning human. So that's what I would go with.
We'll settle with that.
Yeah. Matthew?
Bringing back a 2016 classic, Ken Bones, still undecided voter.
He's still undecided after all this time.
Oh.
I can't respect that much indecisiveness.
Yeah.
Not good.
Well, let's do a whole episode on Ken Bone. Yeah.
I thought Matt would definitely be John Tesh.
Why?
I've done it.
Old news.
All right, who else has got some questions for us?
Yeah, who would like to? How about one of the Misinfo ladies?
Sounds good.
Here, I can go.
Yeah, go, Jill.
So my questions theme is haunted history.
Ooh.
All right. Question 1. Off with their heads. Besides being the home of the British crown jewels and an unkindness of ravens, the Tower of London is bloody notorious for its history as an execution site as well as a prison, which 2 of King Henry VIII's 6 wives were beheaded within the tower walls. And for a bonus point, which other 9-day queen was also executed there in 1554?
I'm going to leave this one to Neal.
Well, I was going to say, I know one of them for sure.
Okay. Which one? It's probably the same one I know, but I just want you to go first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to listen to the 6 song and see if I can get it in my head here.
All right, let's name them. We got Jane Seymour. Anne Boleyn. I'm out.
Catherine.
Catherine of Aragon.
Yep, 2 Catherines.
Yes.
Catherine of Aragon and Catherine. God, I was going to make a stupid pop culture reference, but the only one I could think of was Catherine Langford from
Bigelow.
Sorry, from
Hurt Locker. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. That's good. Yeah, Catherine Bigelow. You said Jane Seymour, Anne Boleyn, divorced, beheaded, dead, wedded, divorced.
They were all wedded. That's how they became his wives.
Divorced, beheaded, dead.
I think that's it. I think just end the show now.
Feels right.
Divorced, beheaded. I think it's divorced, beheaded, dead. Something lived.
Jane died in childbirth, so she's out.
I think Anne Boleyn was beheaded.
She was. That's what the song Green Sleeves, I've been told, is about.
Okay.
According to Dwight on The Office.
That's not a Borat reference?
Nope.
Or no, that's Wizard Sleeves. So Anne Boleyn is definitely dead. Who's the other one? Shoot.
They're all dead, Neal. It's a long time ago.
So let's say Catherine. Let's say Catherine and Anne Boleyn.
Yeah.
I need a specific
Catherine
name
of
on that
Aragon.
Catherine.
Catherine of Aragon? Oh, yeah, that's fine.
And Anne Boleyn. Or the Lord of the Rings version is Catherine of Aragorn.
Okay. So the ones that the ones that were beheaded at the Tower of London were Anne Boleyn, who was his second wife in 1536. She was beheaded by a French swordsman rather than an axeman. And then Catherine Howard was Henry's fifth wife
How
in
specific that was.
1542, and she got the axe. So the rhyme is divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. And there's another mnemonic that goes with it too. It's Kate and Anne and Jane and Kate again and again is Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard, and Catherine Parr.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Now, when you say survived, do you mean they're still alive?
Spooky. No, she outlived him.
Okay.
So, yeah.
This is
And
a
then
feat.
for a bonus point, can you guys name which other 9-day queen was also executed at the Tower of London in 1554?
No.
Well, there you go.
Jeff.
Mary.
The 9-day queen is Lady Jane Grey.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jane Grey. Was she
Yeah.
related to Earl Grey and his tea?
Yes, she was.
Perhaps. Yeah, if you do want to know more about this, you can check out Misinformation episode 13, The Merry Wives of Tudor. We got really in depth into the wives of old.
Wait, you have a podcast?
It's very good. It's very good.
We're good at plugging ourselves on our own show too. So we figured why not transfer it over here. All right. You guys got like a half a point for that one. You knew
All
Anne Boleyn.
right.
All right. Question 2. The legendary village of North Tarrytown, New York, the final resting place of author Washington Irving, was renamed to what in 1996?
I think I know that then.
Oh, yeah. This is. I do know this one. I do it.
I've got a pretty strong guess.
I know it. Yeah, I'll refrain. I'll let Matt talk this one out. And Lauren.
Was this the inspiration for the Disney movie Halloween Town?
Go to good old Halloween Town, New York.
Okay, so
Washington Irving did Headless Horseman, right? That is the
name
story he's most
of
That
known
was
for.
his wrestling name. That's correct.
Yeah, I don't know.
Think about it, Matt. Come on.
all right. So the name of the work featuring the Headless Horseman.
Starring Johnny Depp.
No.
No.
So that would be
Nah.
Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, Sleepy Hollow. That's the Fox show that lasted for like 3 seasons somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going.
It's a
with
beautiful little
Sleepy
town
Hollow.
too, actually.
Is it? I love little towns.
Very nice.
Speaking of little towns, I was watching, and I also shouldn't have been doing this with a concussion, but I was trying to see how much screen time I could have. I was watching Hubie Halloween on Netflix with Adam Sandler.
Ooh, not good.
Wow.
And they filmed some of it in Salem, which we love, and we were there even though it was closed down kind of for Geek Bowl. But do you remember when we all pensively walked down the pier with that little lighthouse?
Yeah.
There was a scene there with him and Julie Bowen that was a very integral scene.
Ah, cool.
It made me
I got
think.
some photos of us over there.
Yeah.
I have some rocks that I stole from there.
You stole rocks?
Yep.
How dare you? For that, you get the chainsaw. And hopefully I'll be able to get a chainsaw sound effect.
Insert here.
It'd be great if you couldn't and it was like a squeaky door.
It should just be Lauren instead of the sound effect because it's copyright free. She just says what it is, like chainsaw.
Here's the chainsaw sound. Imagine it.
It's as scary as you think it is. That only works on children.
Even scarier. All right, so Sleepy Hollow?
Yes, you guys are correct. It's Sleepy Hollow. All right. Well, speaking of Salem, Salem, Massachusetts is a hub for witch-related tourism thanks to its spooky past as the site of the infamous 1692 Salem witch trials. Even if you skip this topic in history class, you were likely exposed to the story through which 1953 Tony-winning play by a former spouse of Marilyn Monroe.
Yes, I'm good with this one, you guys.
I'm good.
I'm a Daniel Day-Lewis fan.
Hated this play.
Mhm.
I hated it.
Yeah.
So much.
You know something? I hated it too, and then I saw it performed by Daniel Day-Lewis, and I was like, I like this play.
Yeah. Well, Daniel Day-Lewis can make anything incredible.
Yeah.
There's a couple things that you didn't like, but when he performed it, you did.
Deal, please.
I'm talking about Lincoln. You weren't a fan of Abraham Lincoln. You liked Lincoln then.
I hated Lincoln before.
Our production
was best president my ass, he said.
Our production in high school was
Refused
really
to use
good.
pennies.
We got really good corporate sponsorship, although we did rename him John Procter & Gamble.
So we're going with The Crucible.
Yeah, Arthur Miller's The Crucible.
Yes, you guys are correct. All right. Number 4, the spirit of voodoo queen Marie Laveau reportedly utters curses to trespassers at the San Luis Cemetery number 1 in which city?
Oh, I do that too, but just on the corner by my apartment.
Like get off my
People
lawn.
cross the
I
street
mutter
to avoid.
curses
Curse you.
to anybody who passes me.
And we're looking
You
for
joke, but that's like 80% of my life out here in LA. Just so you know,
it's just screaming at people.
shouting at me.
Dodging curses.
You were asking for the city,
Yes.
Julia? Okay. I believe I know this one. I think I was there. So I will refrain.
I think I know this one too.
Yeah, my only guess would be New Orleans, and that's only because of the Creole influence there. That's literally my only guess.
Yeah, the only other thing I can think of is I think voodoo's Haitian. So if it was not in the U.S., it could be Port-au-Prince, Haiti. But
The large tourist area.
yes,
Port-au-Prince, Haiti. I think it's New Orleans.
Yeah, you guys, it is New Orleans. So Marie Laveau continues to be a central figure of Louisiana voodoo and of New Orleans culture. Apparently, gamblers shout her name when throwing dice, and there are multiple sales of sightings of the voodoo queen around New Orleans. And also, for more on New Orleans history and culture, you can check out Misinformation episode 151, The Big Easy with Father Brad Doyle.
Dare you?
He was wonderful. I loved Father Brad.
I did. I really liked that episode. Yeah, he was very good.
Yeah, he was great.
I was going to say, Jeff, do you scream out Marie Laveau at the hospital when you fix things just to see if the patients are listening?
yes, every time, without fail.
Oh, boy.
Have we all been to New Orleans? Colleen and I went for like 2 days with a quick trip, but I loved it.
I've never been.
I think you all would really enjoy it. The food there is very good, but the one thing I found funny, speaking of Marie Laveau, is I was trying to find the shop that people say is the real voodoo shop, quote unquote.
If you mention what those pastries right now, wait, don't say it, otherwise you're getting the chainsaw. Cue the chainsaw.
You know what I had when I was in
the chainsaw noise.
You know what I had in New Orleans? That if it was for breakfast, right? I had some coffee and I had the best hash browns I've ever had.
Oh, okay.
But no, I did have some good beignets.
Unexpected.
But yeah, I went to one of the shops that was supposed to be the real voodoo shop, and it was like a Toys R Us in there.
That sounds like Neal, though. Every city he goes into, it's like, I want the legit one, or the real one, or the best one.
Right.
Versus normal stuff.
And then it's 15 hours later to get a cannoli in Boston.
Yeah, you have to get the original, just at least to try it.
Yeah, number 5. Despite its name, this 600-year-old UNESCO World Heritage Site in Beijing, China, allowed 19 million visitors in 2019. No word on whether those recent guests spotted the apparitions of executed prisoners or the weeping woman in white walking the grounds. What is the name of this palace complex, allegedly one of China's most haunted locations?
I think I have an idea of what this is.
If these guys don't know, I'm just gonna drop a little nugget in there. She said, despite its name, it had a lot of tourists, so maybe it's forbidden something.
Yep. The forbidden city.
Oh, is that where the terracotta warriors are?
I don't know. I'm just saying forbidden is my guess.
The Forbidden City, yes. Yeah. So it served as the imperial palace to both the Ming and Qing dynasties. The palace complex is typically closed to the public at night, which is reportedly when the spookiest activities occur. But in 2019, the palace allowed 6,000 people to enter the grounds after its normal closing time of 5 p.m. And it was like a very big deal because for, decades and decades, you were not allowed in the grounds past 5 p.m. Ooh. Now, I do also have a bonus question from Engineer Josh.
Engineer Josh.
I'm going to read it now. An improvised song about the night that the skeletons came to life, as well as an old man at a car focus group and a guy in a hot dog suit, are among the routines which have gone viral from what Netflix sketch comedy show?
Love it.
Yeah, it's really good.
The money is the bones.
And so are the worms.
What's the line where he's like, is it the wheel coming off? The wheel flying off, or what is it? What is he saying? The focus group? It's so funny.
Yeah. It's I think you should leave, featuring Tim Robinson.
Yes, exactly. And Ellie's 4th Halloween costume is baby Bart Harley Jarvis from the baby competition. So
cue Harley Jarvis.
Oh wow, Lauren was right. That is a very niche subject. I know it, but
I was like, Steve and I were like looking at each other like, is this
Baby
is this a real thing? Is this something real?
You know what? Josh should, if you're around any people with the out for Eleanor, you should have like a little iPad, and everyone say, "What is she?" And then just press play, and then say, "There you go."
My favorite sketch in that show though is when he's choking on the jalapeno popper and he's trying to talk through it.
He'll be very happy that you guys got that
Yes.
answer.
He'll be very excited.
Great job, guys.
Great questions.
So guys, do you know why ghosts don't come out during the day? Because there's no such thing as ghosts.
Oh.
Oh, all right.
That was very informative.
Wow.
Yeah, very practical. I like
That's the same
that.
reason they don't
Thank you.
haunt new houses.
Mm-hmm.
Swing around?
We can proceed to the swing round, but I would be remiss if
Remiss information?
remiss information. TM. If I didn't first thank Julie and Lauren for being on the show. You may know, aside from the fact that they have their own podcast, which I don't know if they've mentioned at all.
No, we're usually, we're
Pretty
classy.
humble.
Is delightful and informative. They also support us on Patreon, and if you would like to support us on Patreon, you could do so at patreon.com/Triviality Podcast, where we have our bonus episodes with Matt's new crop drop series, which is really fun. So you're getting 2 bonus episodes there a month, and posters and a bunch of other perks. We just redid them, and we think there's something for everyone to enjoy at every level. So if you can support us financially, we would be most appreciative.
Yeah, I think at the Oakland 5 level, you get a box of bones. At the Savage Superstar level, you get a severed tongue. At the Rules Guy Impersonator level, you get a bunch of skin.
Just a bag of loose
Ship that.
I was thinking 3 ahead.
There's a bunch of skin. There's a limit at that level for support, though, because I can only cut so much off.
I was like 3 ahead because I had some good ones, but then I needed a filler and it didn't work.
The level above that, you get a punch in the teeth.
Yeah. And then the 20.
The highest level, I come by your house personally and do whatever you want.
Well.
Whoa.
All right.
And of course, a reminder, Matt's crop drop is, of course, a glossy JPEG of Matt in a crop top. So
That's true. Matt, how's that workout been going for the crop tops?
The crop tops, they're still on their way. I keep emailing me about them. I want to hear more about them. Looking for a vendor. If you a vendor that specializes in crop tops, send us an email. I need to get these out for summer.
Tell you what, if you just order regular T-shirts and send them to me and Lauren,
It's not the same.
We'll
It's
just
not-
cut the
it's-
bottoms off.
we'll take
No.
20%. That's it.
Well, here's an
You
idea.
cut the bottoms off your pants. They're not shorts. I'm telling you, that's not how this works.
But Matt, what if we make T-shirts? Or hear me out here. This is going to be like invention central here. You get T-shirts. On the halfway down the T-shirt is Julia's face on one end and Lauren's face on the other end with a dotted line to show you where to cut it. And then we give them the 20%.
Scissors.
Matt, back to your point
Yeah.
about cutting stuff off shorts, or to make shorts from jeans. How about, to answer a question for early 2000s me, if you unzip them, does then that count as shorts?
Why
I
did
guess
I have
that's
so many of those?
I guess if we had shirts, what if there were shirts if you unzipped it? It was a crop top.
Why did I have so many of those, and why were they all orange colored?
Orange or beige, like a khaki.
What the hell, man?
Oh, I had a bunch in dark blue and gray.
Oh, man. Bad time, scary times, really.
Yeah.
Very fashion.
You know what? I'm gonna give that whole era the chainsaw.
Young Ken
Insert chainsaw
has been
noise.
axed.
There you go. Thank you, Lauren. So you have a swing round for us, Jeff?
I do. It's going to be kind of, since we're doing a looser format, similar to what we've done before as far as like a knockout style. I know we've done that with Julie and Lauren in particular. So
where we punch each other in the face until one of us loses consciousness.
Yes. Neal's already lost.
taking a pass.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a pass on that.
So
what do you got there, Neal? You just cracked a can right into the microphone.
So I don't drink, but I was at a
baby.
It's a Dutch,
it is a Dutch
non-alcoholic.
It is
beer.
the size of Dutch Boy. It is a Heineken 0.0% alcohol. Jeff and I had been to a drive-in, and they were giving these away because I guess they needed to get rid of them.
Today's episode not sponsored by Heineken.
Not sponsored. I'm just going to do a little sip here, see how it tastes.
Is it gross?
I will say, like the product sponsorship in all the James Bond movies of Heineken, it is lukewarm. So.
That's your fault.
The best way to imbibe. Room temp.
This episode is brought to you by Twizzlers. Long day, late night, feeling a little bored. Twizzlers is the ultimate sidekick for any moment of the day, no matter what kind of day you're having. The perfect level of sweet and a fun excuse to sit back and relax. Unwind with Twizzlers. To buy now, visit Hersheyland.com/Twizzlers.
Welcome to From Beneath the Hollywood Sign. If you love old movies, Hollywood history, or the golden age of filmmaking, you've come to the right place. This is the podcast that talks about amazing stories of Tinseltown from another era and fascinating conversations with writer-producer Steve Cubine and actress-writer Nan McNamara.
One particular argument, he ended up dislocating Ava's jaw. Ava, she was such a tough cookie. Rather than cry or scream or anything like that,
Or call the police.
Or call the police, she should have, exactly. What does she do? She takes an ashtray and she knocks him over the head and knocks him unconscious. That's how she fought back. She didn't know what to do, so she called Louis B. Mayer. I think I've killed Howard Hughes. What do I do?
Revisit a time when the pictures were still big and everyone was ready for their close-up. When you want Tyrone Power instead of Tom Hardy, Jennifer Jones instead of Jennifer Lawrence, or Robert Mitchum rather than Robert Pattinson, then From Beneath the Hollywood Sign is the gin joint for you.
All right, so my swing round today is going to be about Halloween costumes. And so I've gotten this data from Google Trends. So I wanted...
Hey guys, I was on Google Trends. It just sound like...
Well, no, here's why. I looked it up because I couldn't figure out like good sales numbers. So I used Google Trends to see what people were searching for. So you're going to... The thing you want to keep in mind here is what kind of costumes people were searching for being, because there's definitely one on here that isn't a costume itself, but is more of an archetype or a nod to a specific thing. So I've got the top 20 list here. I don't know if we want to just kind of go around and see if we can knock out the whole list.
For this year?
These are this year's national U.S. searched costumes that people are looking for.
Okay. Yeah, I think like Rat, we should go round and round.
All right.
I'll start. Tiger King.
I would love to tell you that there is a Tiger King costume on here, LT, but there is sadly not.
That is BS.
Wow. Shocked. It was too far. It was too long ago. Too far.
About it. Damn, I'm already out. Shoot.
No, you can still play.
No, we're not knocking anybody out.
We just call it knockout.
How about Matt? We'll go in this configuration here because we can look at the screen.
Okay. I'm gonna go with a maybe Donald Trump. Maybe he's on there.
No Donald Trump.
What is this list?
It's Google Trends.
I'm gonna say a lot of it is gonna be expected stuff. It's gonna skew more towards things that people are usually, and there's gonna be some recent-ish event things that are interesting.
All right, I'm going to go with a costume that Julia and Lauren wear every day, but we just never see it. I'm going to say Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman, as flattering as that is not on there.
Okay, what is this list?
She comes in at 31 for most searched.
Here's Jeff's list: leather catsuit, whip, safe word. What other kind of stuff is on this list? Sorry, go ahead, Ken.
I've got an idea. The coronavirus.
The coronavirus is not on there, but I will give you zombie, which is 13.
Oh my god!
I'll just say a witch.
Witch is number 1. Jules.
Oh, okay.
So well done.
Oh, okay. So we're going like super basic. All right.
Is it me now? I forget how this works.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is the most popular of all of the superheroes at number 10.
All right.
All right, so we're going pretty basic here. So you have to go. Batman's got to be one of them.
Batman doesn't make the cut. 27.
Oh.
I lied. There's another superhero that's higher.
Okay. Wakanda Forever. Black Panther.
No Black Panther.
Who is using Google?
I know.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Sexy Kitty.
Sexy Kitty, not on there.
That's a classic.
I know.
Yeah, you can't really get more classic.
It's a classic for me, that's for sure.
I mean, that
And
was
everyone loved the Cats movie. Everyone, it's got universal.
I will
praise,
give you a hint, though,
so-
that if you're a fan of How I Met Your Mother, there is a sexy one on here.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
The Hanging Chad.
Sexy hanging Chad.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it? Oh,
whoever.
Okay, I'll go. I'm gonna go with Jeff's answer there. Pumpkin.
Yep, Pumpkin is on the list. 14.
Sexy pumpkin.
Slutty Pumpkin, I think, right?
Slutty Pumpkin, yeah. Because it just had strategic holes in it. It was really stupid. And then when you finally see the character with the pumpkin, it's literally just like, it looks like a rotting pumpkin. It's not slutty at all.
Kenneth?
How about a vampire?
Ooh, vampire.
Vampire's on the list.
You mean a vampire?
A vampire. Then I'm going to go with mummy then.
Mummy doesn't make the cut.
Yeah, nobody's dressing up as the mummy anymore.
That's it.
Mummy's
Tom
out.
Cruise's fault, really.
And the Tiger King is not on this list, and I don't want to play anymore.
I'm gonna say Chris Hemsworth's character from Extraction.
Not
I'm
on
just
there.
kidding. I'm gonna say Frankenstein's monster.
No Frankenstein's monster.
Wow.
What about Frankenstein scientist?
No.
Igor.
No Dr. Frankenstein. You know, the thing that's sad to me is Yoda and Baby Yoda are way down on this list.
How about Princess? That's classic.
Princess is on the top 30.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Start giving us clues for these.
All right. Well, Matt already gave me one of them.
No, like start giving clues to specific ones.
Okay. Let's see. If you were a big fan of one of the other series that this Chris is working on, and people giving lots of money.
Thor.
Not Thor.
Captain America.
Not Captain America. I'm going for a Pratt here.
Ah, Jurassic World.
Yeah. So what would you might search for if you wanted to?
What, dinosaur?
Dinosaur is number 2.
Oh, that inflatable T-Rex costume.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a big. That's a big winner.
Those are fun. I love seeing them go across the sidewalk, or at least past Halloween's, them trying to trick or treat and they can't get up the steps.
So is Thor not on there?
Thor is not on here.
Captain America. All the Avengers.
No. The third one is actually a female DC villain.
Oh, Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The fourth one is something that haunts Jake Gyllenhaal in an early 2001 film, Donnie Darko.
A sheet ghost.
Bunny.
The bunny?
Rabbit?
Is a rabbit.
That's a costume?
That is
not the Frank the bunny.
No, people are literally searching for rabbit
Oh, okay.
for Halloween ideas.
So sheet ghost isn't on the list. Is
Sheet
what you're
Ghost
saying?
is not on
the
the
two
list.
holes cut in it.
I think people
That's
know how
not
to.
on the list?
I think people know how to make that costume.
3 holes.
Oh,
there's a hole at the bottom.
Well, you got to go to the bathroom, right? Yeah.
A bigger creep than Ken is number 5's. John Wayne Gacy would be a fan. Clown.
Standard
People are
clown.
still doing clowns.
People aren't doing clowns.
Yeah, I'll round out the top 10 list for you here. People are also apparently still being angels.
Baby Harley Jarvis.
No, baby Harley Jarvis. Apparently, a lot of children are using Google because they keep searching for this game for ideas. Fortnite is in the top 10 search, as well as Devil, Ninja, and of course, we already mentioned the Spider-Man. So
Spider-Man is the only copywritten character on the top 10?
Harley Quinn.
Or Harley Quinn, right?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yikes.
People also want to be cowboys, dolls, zombies, pumpkins. Purge was searched.
Oh boy.
Just Purge.
I'm gonna
the
purge.
concept.
I'm gonna purge the swing round from the edit with a chainsaw.
Insert chainsaw sound.
Yeah. So Purge is pretty funny. But yeah, other than that, people just apparently want the same stuff they wanted in previous years.
Well, it sounds like to me, I don't know why I'm sounding like a professor now, but with the pandemic and the inability to go out to the store and maybe get some copywritten costumes, these are all costumes you can make at home with your own items, maybe.
Possibly.
Not to bring it down here.
Since you're doing homemade this year, is that why you're being the sex toy monster?
Well, yes, it was because I was going to put that thing from the Ellen board game where you opens your mouth to yell clues, just so I can keep my mouth at a constant oval.
No.
Is that what you're talking about? The blow up monster?
That's like no.
Neal has some leftover costume parts, so I'm going as Dilophosaurus.
I think I'm going to be a wacky inflatable tube man, or whatever they call him.
There you go.
That guy.
That suits you.
Fun.
Yeah.
That suits you, and we can keep it in the episode without bleeping it.
Yeah.
All right. Who else has some questions for us? We all get 1 million points for that swing around.
Yeah.
Oh,
how about
I have
Matthew?
questions.
Yeah, Matthew. I just want to say, Matthew, your sound with a little bit of the echo, it does sound like you're in a very creepy castle.
Mm-hmm.
So,
which is, I think, very on theme for us. So
yeah. That's what I was going for. You want to hear my questions? They're about candy. How exciting!
Yay,
Candy
I
questions.
love candy.
All right. Well then, question 1. Don't laugh, but it's true that Franklin Mars, patriarch of the Mars family, named this candy after a family horse that had been recently deceased.
I know it.
I think I know it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh wait, everyone knows it?
Yeah. It's Snickers.
I said, don't laugh. That is Snickers.
Oh, it is Snickers.
That's a clue. Yeah. It was Snickers. Yeah.
So was Snickers the horse a little nuts?
I suppose so. I don't know. The name of the farm is actually Milky Way, and then that's where they get where a lot of the names of the candy somehow was involved in his farm.
One of them's
Shoot,
the name
I
of
need
a
a Milky
chicken.
Way right now.
Payday the chicken.
Yeah. It was really sad when his nephew Reese died of cholera.
Jeez.
What is your favorite Halloween candy? Does everyone have a favorite?
Oh, Reese cups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Julia. I like the pumpkin shaped Reese cups. Mm-hmm.
I like the mini Milky Ways and Three Musketeers and the Snickers. Anything with a nougat and caramel,
Yes,
frankly.
thank you.
I'm all about.
Give the girl a nougat.
Give me a nougat. I'm happy.
Was that was your superlative, right, on your senior year yearbook?
Yeah. It was actually my quote, my inspirational quote. Give a girl a nougat. I'm happy.
All right. I guess on that note, we can move on to question 2. I know that whenever I think of Almond Joy, the first thing I think of is a nice hot cup of coffee. Hershey's was definitely hoping you'd think the same when they ran to team up with this coffee company to release a line of candy-flavored coffees.
I think I remember this.
I think I know this too. I think it's in Julia and Lauren's neck of the woods, kind of. Not very close, but...
America?
It is in America. I'll let Jeff, I want to hear you talk this one out.
You're saying it's an East Coast.
I'm saying it's
popular on the East Coast.
It's on the eastern coast of the United States.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking it wouldn't be a Starbucks.
It's not a Starbucks.
Because that...
Got it.
I was getting more of
I got it.
a Dunkin' vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's something that we were screaming about when we were in Boston, like the locals. Dunkin'?
Yes, America runs on Dunkin'.
Mm-hmm. They're running to team up with this coffee company. It's Dunkin' Donuts. They didn't last very long. Nobody liked them.
No.
What a shame.
Was it
coffee?
Did it have like a hint of the candy, or was it supposed to be like straight candy
flavor?
Oh, flavor. Okay.
My old boss used to get one, so I actually did know that.
Oh, he got like a candy. Which do you know what candy it
I
was?
can't remember which one she got, but it was like I was like, no thanks.
I don't think
I
there'd
feel
be
like Dunkin' Donuts drinkers just drink coffee. Like they just want coffee and donuts. Like they don't really do that much specialty stuff.
I don't know why somebody who likes coffee would go to Dunkin' Donuts though.
Ooh, hot take.
Oh, you're gonna lose all your Boston listeners.
Yeah, all of them.
So what? Wow. We'll just cut them out of there with the chainsaw.
Insert chainsaw noise.
All right. Number 3, speaking of caffeine, in 2009, this candy had a special caffeine-infused version released. Executives didn't rake in much dough, and this version was quickly retired.
Dough?
Dough.
Spelled D''OH.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
wondering.
like THO on social media. Like that candy dough.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
I don't know this.
Like a certain yellow character would say.
Oh.
I was like, what candy?
So you remember the ad campaign for this?
No, I don't know.
Featured Bart Simpson.
Ah, then yes.
Oh, okay. Do ladies know it or no?
Yeah.
Oh, you do know it. Oh, could it be Twinkies?
No.
Well, you talk about Bart Simpson. You make me think of not laying a finger on his Butterfinger BBs, but I don't know anything about any caffeinated Butterfingers.
That's what I'm thinking. Butterfinger.
Was it Butterfinger?
Yeah, there is a caffeine-infused Butterfinger.
Isn't there already caffeine in chocolate?
Why?
Well, I don't know, but because I think they were pretending it was like a protein bar, like like the Take
sad.
5. Remember, it was
They're
just
trying
a
to
Hershey's bar, but
get the teens, you know.
Didn't Take 5 have like pretzel and like stuff in it?
It was actually pretty good. You had pretzels and peanuts, and so they were like, "Yeah, take 5, and you can have a lot of energy on these pretzels."
Yeah. Take 5 minutes worth of energy until you sugar crash.
Take 5 was a good boy band as well.
And a great song from 1959.
I will say, I just want to be honest with everyone here because we're all friends. When everyone went, oh, when we heard the clue, instinctively, I did not know it, but my mouth just went, oh, with you to like join in, but I had no idea what anyone was talking about. And I don't know why I did it.
You said Twinkies, so we knew you didn't know it.
I just so gullible in this state, Neal.
I am.
You're just like, yes, I agree.
I just wanted friendship and to join in.
Homer Simpson known for dunking his Twinkies in his Duff beer.
Now I know it's not candy, but I could really imagine like Slim Jim doing a caffeinated meat stick.
Absolutely.
Slim Jim, now with caffeine.
Definitely. Disgusting to think of.
20 grams of protein. Snap into a Slim Jim.
The old caffeinated meat stick was my nickname in college.
All right. I think that's a great time to move on to question 4. Question 4. What candy company makes the Extreme Sport Beans, which contain carbohydrates, electrolytes, B vitamins, and vitamin C?
I mean, beans makes me think of one company and one alone, so...
Like roll that bean footage?
What?
Is that what you're talking about? You said beans.
Bushes now makes candy.
Yep. Bean candy.
That's the first company I think of when I hear
beans, right?
Yeah. Extreme Sport Beans.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. That's what I thought of.
Okay.
Neal's concussed, but I'm the one with the headache.
Oh, I know it now. I'm good.
Should I say it?
Yeah, say it.
Jelly Belly?
The answer is Jelly Belly.
Yeah.
Extreme Sport Beans. I've never heard of these.
They apparently still exist. You could, when you're getting your reps in, you take a handful of Jelly Extreme Sport Beans, and it gives you the carbohydrates.
It's extreme that starts with just an X, right? Like there's not an E
no,
on that.
there is an E.
And when you say carbohydrates, you mean sugar, right?
Sugar is a carbohydrate.
It is.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. So it's healthy. Why not? All right, we can finish up with question 5. The Topps Company is normally known for capturing plays on the diamond with their Major League Baseball trading cards, but they are also a prolific candy producer as well, releasing this candy in the late 1970s, which conjures up images of a different diamond.
Upper Deck, Matt. Also a card company.
Thank you. Very helpful.
I will sing you the commercial jingle for this.
Yeah,
yes.
Julie and I know this.
Yes, do it.
So is it Ring Pops?
Sing the song of the answer.
Wear a ring around your finger, ring pop. It's a juicy jewel of flavor, ring pop. It's a lollipop without a stick, a ring of flavor you can lick, ring pop.
Right.
Hey. What was the company with the owl? It was like, how many licks were
Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie.
Oh,
Tootsie Pops.
Tootsie Pops.
Yeah.
That commercial.
And they made a licking machine to see how many licks it would take, and it was somewhere between 184 and 260, somewhere like that. That was another question I was thinking of, but I didn't think it was scientific.
Licking machine was my nickname in college,
actually.
They had to destroy it. They had to. They were like, we cannot put this technology in anyone's hands.
Just figure out what else would you use a licking machine for? They had to get rid of it.
They were so preoccupied with if they could that they didn't realize. Oh my God, I can't even. One of my It's one of my favorite movies. I can't even say the quote right.
They're so preoccupied if they could that they never asked if they should.
Yes.
Yes. The answer is yes, they should.
Yeah.
Am I right,
So
ladies?
there's your candy questions. Yeah, ring.
Yay!
Yay!
Good job, Matt.
Well, and I'm licking machine. Great. Okay.
Matt, I'm going to be honest. I was hoping for some sort of Mandy Moore reference in your candy round.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm missing you, Neal.
Like candy. All right. Well, I'm doing the final round, so I think that only leaves one more person for the final 5.
That's me. I've got 5 questions about things Lauren is afraid of.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Question number 1. I am terrified of bats. It is a real problem since I live in an 120-year-old house that seems to be the Ritz-Carlton of bats. This is probably the reason, but bats are unique in that they are the only mammal that can what?
Turn into a vampire.
Turn into a vampire.
A vampire.
Wow.
Is your answer turn into a vampire? Is that the answer?
Let us think.
Okay.
For just
Shouldn't
a moment.
it be fly? Why isn't it fly? Isn't that the answer?
Flying
How many
squirrels?
mammals are flying?
Flying squirrels can fly.
They glide.
They're gliding.
That's true. They're gliders.
Falling with style.
Are those the only flying mammals?
What about Sully Sullenberger? He flies.
He's a flying mammal.
Yeah. Flying, I guess, makes sense, but do they have different body temperatures or something? Like their blood is cold-blooded?
Vampire bats do suck blood.
Yeah, I thought that...
Usually of livestock.
I think there's some goats that can suck blood.
Chupacabra?
Maybe.
That's probably
That's
how
what I'm
Tom
thinking.
Brady just stays so nimble. He's just sucking blood all the time.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah. I don't fly. I guess fly. Hang upside down or sleep upside down, maybe?
Why is that
I could do that.
especially scary?
I don't know.
So we have...
Do you want me to...
Yeah, we have 9 guesses.
Okay. The answer is fly. They're the only mammal that can fly.
What about flying
Yeah,
squirrels?
thank you, Matt.
They glide.
Flying squirrel glides.
Yeah.
Matt's like,
Bats glide
isn't
too,
it just
but in a
flying,
flying
guys?
motion.
Isn't it?
Guys, isn't it just flying? And they're like, no, shut up, Matt. It's fly. Also, vampire bats do not suck blood. They lap it up.
Oh,
So
Which
they,
is
they
gross
create,
now.
they
Really
create a
better.
wound and then they lick.
No, they and it's always like cattle and livestock.
Yeah.
They they take a little nibble so that they can open up and then they just kind of lick it up, which is gross. Also, Texas's largest mineral export for a long time was guano before
I thought you were
oil
going
was
to say
a thing down
bats.
guano.
Texas' largest export was bats.
there. Yeah, just bats. All right, question number 2. I hate the sea. The oceanic pole of inaccessibility is the place in the ocean that is farthest from land. It lies in the South Pacific Ocean and was featured in the 1928 short story The Call of Cthulhu by H.P. Lovecraft as the location of the fictional city of Rylea. Its nickname, however, refers to both a Jules Verne character and the Latin word for no one. What is the name of this point?
I'm good.
What, Jeff, wasn't
You asked this one, didn't you, Jeff?
I asked about the pole of southern inaccessibility.
Jeff, wasn't the pole of southern inaccessibility your nickname in college?
We're getting everyone's nickname today.
Just need Matt's. Got everybody else.
No.
I'll be listening out for Matt's nickname later.
I'm trying to think of the Jules Verne character.
Nemo.
Oh, Nemo makes sense. Yeah.
What was the second part of the clue?
Latin for no one.
The Latin word for no one.
Nemo, no one, portrait. It's got to be it.
Portrait.
Yes,
God.
the answer is Point Nemo.
Point Nemo, yeah.
Actually, the weirdest part is that the Lovecraft story was written 66 years before Point Nemo was actually discovered.
Oh.
And it is so remote that the closest human people to it most of the time are those on the ISS.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying to think of.
Oh, wow.
Question number 3. I am extremely scared of flying, especially in those tiny private death traps. The infamous Day the Music Died occurred in February of 1959 when a plane carrying several famous musicians crashed, killing everyone on board. Who on this list was not on the plane? Richie Valens, Waylon Jennings, The Big Bopper, and Buddy Holly.
I'm good.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We had one of these recently. It was Waylon Jennings.
Yeah.
Is safe from
It was Waylon
fatality.
Jennings.
And let's not forget the pilot, whose name was so boring I can't remember a second time.
Yeah, it was like John
Johnson.
Sully.
No, it wasn't Sully.
Besmirching Sully over there.
Sully is actually a ghost. That's how he was able to land on the Hudson. Waylon Jennings, right? He wasn't on the plane.
No.
He was supposed to be on the plane, but he was talked into giving up his seat since the Big Bopper, aka J.P. Richardson, was feeling ill. So, question number 4. I am also afraid of death, but who isn't? True or false? The death rattle is a real ass thing.
The death rattle?
I think so.
Do you mean like post-mortem spasms?
No, it's the sound, like the death rattle. Like that's a sound that one makes when they're about to die, ostensibly.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was the name of a spooky rattle that Julia got Eleanor.
It's the child.
I'm gonna buy you one.
She
Joel.
can only touch it once a year, though.
Yeah, right.
It's the children's death note.
I don't know. I haven't croaked yet, so I don't know about the death rattle.
Oh, yeah, but the numerous people that you've killed, you should surely have given me the answer.
Yeah, you should probably.
What kind of implements
Insert
did I use
chainsaw down here.
to kill them?
I think it's real. I think it's like your throat spasming and making like weird noises because you can't control anything or something. Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, that's.
I think it's real too.
It's audio death rattle. Thanks.
Yeah, it is real. A dying person makes gurgling noises, and in fact, the sound is caused by air passing through mucus pooled in the person's pharynx, which they're unable to shift through coughing because they're too weak. So, something to think about. It's just mucus. Question number 5. I both hate and love space. Space is cool, but it's vast and dark and makes me break out into a cold existential sweat. Moons pretty much rule, though. In our inner solar system, which is Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, how many moons are there altogether?
Okay, I know.
All right, so Earth's got one.
We got one.
Okay, we got that. Are there others?
The moons of Mars.
Do the others have moons?
I don't know. There's the ghosts of Mars.
I'm saying it's a trick. And there's only one moon.
No, Saturn's got moons.
We didn't say
inner planets.
She said inner planets.
Inner solar system. So
Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars.
Okay, all right. You're right.
I don't think
there's John Carver of Mars.
There is John Carpenter of Mars. Yep, there is.
That joke was more successful than the movie.
Venus may have moons, but that's the only one I think might have a moon. But I don't know. I'm gonna say one.
One altogether in the inner solar system.
Mars has 2 moons.
They do. Mars does have 2 moons. Phobos and Deimos.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why Demo's Pizza here in Chicago?
No.
That's not why it's named?
That's Demos, not Demos.
Oh, so portrait. Okay.
There's not a difference.
Portrait.
It's the same word.
There are 3 altogether,
3
Julia.
moons.
Yeah, 3 moons. We've got our moon, which is called Luna, FYI. And Mars has 2, Phobos and Deimos.
I thought it was called Moon.
They're like really tiny though.
No, the moon has a name, and it's Luna. Sun has a name too. Sun is Sol.
Ooh, like SEOUL.
No.
So like SOL. like your Uncle Sol.
I love that.
Uncle Sol.
Uncle Sol. Hey guys, I'm gonna give you some heat today, all right?
Yeah, exactly.
Little wind,
call Sol.
little heat.
Yeah, but Phobos and Deimos are so small, like from the surface of Mars, you'd barely see them.
Hey, you don't want to get sunburned, all right? You got to put some sunscreen on, all right?
All right, Uncle Sol, leave us alone.
At all.
Uncle Sol, you don't like Uncle Sol?
Uncle Sol is your worst character.
Hey, little Maddie.
Classic character, Uncle Sol.
We need to make sure that Uncle Sol never returns, so I'm going to kill him with a chainsaw.
No, I got to show you my coin collection.
Insert chainsaw noise.
I don't think I like this chainsaw character either, to be honest.
The chainsaw comes once a year.
Ken's Blackhawks, after giving away all their good players, apparently, from what I've heard online, traded to get him from Texas, the chainsaw character.
Guy. Yeah. Who did we trade for him?
You traded Brandon Saad and Corey Crawford, right?
Uncle Sol's
for the
on his way
character.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that leaves the final round. I do want to say I listened to one of the more recent misinformation episodes. It was very good, featuring our friend Ryan Clefhorn Myers on ice skating, which is really great.
He did such a wonderful
He
job.
was a delight. You guys should hire him all the time.
Oh my
God,
God.
Myers.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
it's
true.
Halloween.
At
Candy
Hall-
Corn Myers.
It is Candy Corn Myers. You're right. Yeah, it was a great episode. All right. So I have the final 5 here. I guess it's just going to depend on wagers, even though we don't really have wagers. So
I'm going to wager 1 million points.
1 million points. Okay. All right.
Wager
I'm gonna
I.
wager 1,000,001 points. This price is right?
Yes.
I'm going to wager my little finger.
I'm going to wager the concept of fear.
Wow, that's actually really good.
I'm gonna wager Ken's index finger.
Oh my god. So here are the categories, first of all, and I'm going to explain why they are this way because it's stupid.
Because they are.
So it's trick or treat, smell my feet, category 2. Give me something good to eat, category 4. Batman smells, and then category 5. Backstreet's Back in history.
Could you do that as Christopher Walken though?
Yeah.
You don't have to. Sounded exasperated. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to create
Dance monkey.
I'm trying to create new characters and new horizons with Uncle Sal, and then you just shoot it down.
I didn't shoot him. I chainsawed
I was
him.
going to go into a whole bit about my coin collection and how I collected it from Teddy Roosevelt, but I just got shut down by the chainsaw. Okay. All right. So trick or treat. Anyway, so Batman smells. This is exactly what happened. I was writing the category names. I was trying to do the rhyme, and with the concussion, I heard Jingle Bells, Batman smells. I was like, oh yeah, that's a Halloween thing, and I put Batman smells in there. So true story. Okay. All right. Here we go. Trick or treat. First question. With over $175 million raised since its inception in 1950 for kids affected by World War II, this charitable acronym has a special place in Halloween tradition with its Trick or Treat for Blank campaign, collecting donations from kids, helping kids in a little orange box.
Okay, I'm going to wager my left eye on this question, and I'm locked in.
I'm going to wager my T-Boz on this one, and I actually don't know this at all. So I got nothing.
Well, don't go chasing wrong answers on that one, Matt.
I know.
I'm going to wager my 3 remaining wisdom teeth.
Ooh.
And I don't know this.
Oh, I should do that just because I need 2 of them taken out.
Shall I say it?
Sure. I think Ken might be the only one who knows it.
Yeah, please.
I
know this.
Oh,
Julia knows it.
Julia knows it as well. How about Julia and Ken say it at the same time?
We'll say it at the same time.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. UNICEF.
UNICEF.
Yeah.
UNICEF
right.
is correct. Yes.
I can picture the boxes. I just haven't been to like a little crappy hole in the wall restaurant since Corona started, so I haven't seen the
that's true.
UNICEF boxes.
Didn't
I kept thinking March of Dimes.
Didn't that shark from SNL say it was from UNICEF? Like
Lynch.
UNICEF.
Yeah. So it started, 1950, and they have little orange boxes. Kids would take them house to house and to get some donations, and they have celebrity sponsors and whatnot. Jeff, these are those little orange boxes that you slap away from kids when they come to the door.
So since I wagered my left eye, now I can take Jeff's left eye, right?
Eye for an eye. That's right. We follow the Bible here religiously.
Right. We're getting hostile in here.
All right. So the next question in the category of smell my feet. Director Quentin Tarantino.
Oh my god! as soon as I reheard the category, I knew where that was going, and then it's still hit me.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I wanted to play into the bit, but it's not about Quentin Tarantino. It almost was. Okay. So actually, speaking of Quentin Tarantino, there was a TikTok I saw. It was a woman just sitting like on her couch, and it was just on her face. She was not reacting to anything, and then she just lifted up her foot and went directed by Quentin Tarantino. Really funny. Okay,
that's pretty good.
All right,
you only said that first joke so you could say the second thing. I know how you work. It's like I need to talk about this TikTok. How can I get there?
Hey, little Matt, let me teach you about a setup and then a punchline.
You're dead, Saul.
I'm back from the grave. All right. Anyway,
Zombie Saul.
Fire him into this.
Smell my feet.
We'll come back around on Saul.
Yeah. Once you let his entire storyline happen, then he'll go to peace. He has unfinished business.
Okay.
All right. Smell my feet. The city.
Come on, Neal.
Come on, man. All
There
right.
it is.
The city of
the rails.
The city of Keene, in this first primary state and the home of fictional West Wing president Jed Bartlett, played by Martin Sheen, has the Guinness World Record for most lit jack-o'-lanterns on display, which was awarded in 2013. So the city of Keene And this first primary state has the world record for most lit jack-o'-lanterns on display, awarded in 2013.
I will wager my magic collection and lock in.
Wow. It's a strong wager. You wagering it against my pinky?
Yes.
Okay.
I will also wager Jeff's magic collection.
I have no idea, to be honest. But since it's about feet, maybe Florida or Louisiana.
To be clear, the smell my feet is really more like, hey, smell my feet, we're winners, because I couldn't think of a better way to put it. Yeah.
No, the smell my feet was to make a Tarantino joke to talk about the TikTok.
All right, I have no idea then. No idea.
We're winners.
I watched The West Wing like 3 years ago, so I'm not too familiar. But I have a guess.
I want to hear what Matt's guess is. What's your guess, Matt?
Yeah, what's your guess, Matt?
Is it Vermont?
You're very close.
It is not.
Is it
Vermont.
New Hampshire?
It is. It is New Hampshire. Yeah, Jed Bartlett was the governor of New Hampshire, and they won most lit jack-o'-lanterns, which they weren't lit up with lights. They were just like partying a lot.
Yeah, stoned out of their minds.
All right. Next category: give me something good to eat. Ken is a vegan, and at previous times has been vegetarian. Luckily for him, October and Halloween serve as the perfect time for him to get the recommended daily amount of this essential nutrient and mineral, atomic number 30 for Jeff, as long as he's pounding pumpkin seeds at the proper times.
Well, I know what nutrients vegans need to fill in. So if that's part of the question.
Not really.
I don't know.
I just wanted to mention
Okay.
that you were vegan. Because this is a good nutrient for vegans to get, or vegetarians to get, because they don't.
I do love pumpkin seeds.
I do too. I'm gonna guess magnesium.
Okay, magnesium from LT. Anyone else?
Saying calcium.
Calcium.
That's good.
Okay.
I think you're looking. I think it's zinc. That would be my guess.
Good guess.
Yeah, and the answer is a nutrient that the body, our bodies, do not create, but we need to put into it, and that would be zinc.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice job, Matt.
Matthew?
Good for the peepers, too, I think.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
What nutrient are vegetarians usually missing? It's iron, right? Aren't they usually somewhat iron deficient?
Not necessarily deficient, but you need to make sure you get enough iron. And,
I think.
well,
you're vegan. I think it's
omegas,
pronunciation deficient, right?
Portrait.
The portrait of Dorian Gray. Okay. That's like the poor man's version. Next category, Batman smells because of my brain fart. During this unprecedented year, many trick-or-treaters who can safely do so will be wearing not one, but two masks for safety. Speaking of masks, this Irish actor is nearly unrecognizable in the teaser trailer for Robert Pattinson's The Batman. The internet went crazy when makeup artists from the film confirmed it was this actor, after many thought it was a spry Richard Kind.
Yeah, I know this. I don't know why they cast him if they're going to cover him with so much makeup, but...
He's the Penguin, right?
He is the Penguin, yeah.
Spry Richard Kind.
He looks like him.
I remember seeing like all of the hype about it online, but that was, I believe, 6.5 years ago. So I don't really remember. Yeah, in quarantine time. So I'm not. The only Irish actor I can remember in this moment is Liam Neeson's.
It's a very handsome Irish actor.
It's yeah. Can I say it?
Yeah.
Is it Kieran Hines?
No.
Oh, it is not Kieran Hines. No.
Colin Farrell.
It is Colin Farrell.
Oh, Colin Farrell. I forgot he's Irish.
Yeah. So look up
why.
Colin Farrell Penguin. You'll see all the makeup. He's got some pretty crazy prosthetics on.
Slightly more handsome than Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
He looks more like Gary Oldman in Darkest Hour than he does like Colin Farrell.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So this final question of regulation, or of the whole game, I mean, it's called Backstreet's Back in History.
All right.
So, all right. Thank you. This is a listener submitted question. It's from listener Ann Gehring. So thank you for reaching out and also busting Jeff's chops on Twitter.
Good for you, Ann.
Yes, thank you.
Get it.
What did she say?
She was commenting to him about the Titans. He called it something about the miracle
Oh yeah, no, I called the game wrong apparently. So
the Music City Miracle.
Music City Miracle.
I
Thank
called
you.
it less than miraculous, I believe.
So Anne was very clever in the way that she wrote her question, because she would have had me saying something that I don't agree with. But I kind of say it here. You'll find out why. But I had to change your question up just a little bit, Anne, because your question, I actually asked a very similar version of it on Trick or Triviality 2. All right, so Trick or Triviality 2, I asked which horror characters each member of the Backstreet Boys portrayed in the video for Everybody, which Anne calls the greatest music video in the history of the world, and almost got me to say it. So I'm going to switch your question up just a little bit, Anne. Of the 5 characters the Backstreet Boys, or actually I should read it the way I wrote it. Of the 5 characters the boys from the Backstreets played, Dracula, Mummy, Werewolf, Phantom, and Two-Face, or Jekyll and Hyde, 3 of them are based on novels: Dracula, Phantom of the Opera, and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I would like you to put the novels in order of when you think they were released.
Ooh.
Dracula.
Dracula, Phantom of the Opera.
Phantom.
And Dr. Jekyll and...
Jekyll and Hyde.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So feel free to talk it out as a group.
I'm going to say Phantom, Dracula, Jekyll.
Ooh. See, I would say Phantom, Jekyll, Dracula.
I have the same as Lauren.
Dracula's fairly late, so I think I could agree with that.
Okay. All right.
What are you thinking, Matt?
Oh, I don't have an opinion.
I checked out 25 minutes ago. You guys keep going.
I just saw, so if you want to see something truly scary, Dak Prescott's leg just went the wrong way, and he is very injured. So that's what I've been paying attention to.
Matthew,
football. I know.
All right, so I think the consensus is Phantom, Jekyll, Dracula.
Okay, Phantom, Dracula. What was it?
Phantom, Jekyll, Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so released, I'll start from the oldest, which would be number 1. So released in 1886, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Oh, okay. All right.
About 11 years later, released in 1897, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh.
And for the record, Dr. Jekyll was Robert Louis Stevenson. And finally, in 1907, another 10 years by Gaston
Butler.
Gaston Leroux, Phantom of the Opera.
All right.
Yeah.
What a thing.
Yeah, Gaston Leroux, not of the Bulletproof fame.
But nobody writes like Gaston, right?
No, and no one eats like Gaston either.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the final question there.
Yay!
Great game, everybody.
Great game. I'm properly terrified.
Ken made the comment before we started, and hopefully listeners, you understand, this is our 4th Trick or Triviality. It's hard to find inroads to Halloween questions after you've asked most of the ones that people know.
And you don't want to ask all movie questions either.
Right. So I thought we had a very good mix, and Julia and Lauren, as always, brought some good avenues, like a city planner.
That's
my nickname from my high school yearbook.
Yeah.
Covered everybody.
So, did you ladies have a podcast that you wanted to mention one more time?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we could talk about it, Lauren.
Yeah. We're Misinformation, a trivia podcast. It's, 2 ladies who love trivia. We both work in museums. We each go into a medium deep dive and teach each other things. And then at the end of it, we give a 10-question quiz that may or may not be related to the topic at hand. We also have guests, and we're pretty funny. I mean, I think so. We have a good time.
All right. Well, it's getting to be midnight. We want to thank you guys for joining us one last time. For Julia, Lauren, Matt, Jeff, Neal, and myself.
And Uncle Saul.
And Uncle Saul, the vampire. That was Triviality, and now I'm going to kill you all with a chainsaw.
Chainsaw noise.